BFB 20 has got to be one of the most obnoxious episodes of the entire series, and I'm not even kidding. Let me explain why. Starting off with the elimination, it's not actually bad. I would argue it's the best parts of the episode considering the pretty neat idea of doing cake at stake through basically a Google meeting. It definitely is a very creative way of doing the elimination, and despite Ruby being funnier than Gelatin, he would eventually get to develop a lot more in the next episodes, most noticeably with the newbie alliance, so Ruby getting out instead of Gelatin was the better outcome. But everything goes downhill once the challenge is announced. The challenge is basically to keep X at a comfortable weather for him, and I kid you not, this episode right here is the only reason why X is in my dislikes section of my tier list. It's actually agonizing to hear X's high-pitched scream for the entirety of the episode, to the point where it's a relief to hear a loser out of anyone talk for a moment, because despite him being such a mess of a character, at least he isn't screaming his lungs out into my ears every time he's on screen. But the worst part about X in this episode is that, when there's the rare chance where the weather is perfect for him and he isn't screaming, he would then go and fucking complain about it.
The sun is 2 degrees colder again. This is nice. Plus 90 points for the half cuts. Now back to watering my plants. It sure would be nicer if it was like 1 degree warmer though.
You fucking...
And 4 joins X as well later in the episode, and it's just really annoying to see the hosts abuse the contestants in honestly such a lame way.
What if we...
Minus.
How about
Minus. Rockets. Minus.
And don't even get me started on how the challenge itself works. Trust me, don't get me started on it. I genuinely can't tell with how badly it's structured. The episode does try to make us think there are rules, by introducing points at some point during the challenge, but that quickly derails into everyone doing some wacky idea to make X warmer or colder, which translates into a chaotic mess, and not the good kind either. The entire challenge doesn't even matter anyway, because Leafy just throws water at X, and that makes her team safe from elimination. So basically all those attempts to get X warmer or colder had no purpose at all, it was all filler. In fact, let me show you how the actual challenge of the episode is like, without any filter whatsoever.
X, what do you propose we do?
Just help me get colder, please! Yay! I feel great! You win!
What? That's all it took?
As you can see, it's really short, which goes to prove my point on how the whole idea behind this challenge is just idiotic. We've had silly challenges before in the series, but at the very least they were enjoyable to watch. This episode on the other hand is nothing but enjoyable. The challenge prompt doesn't work, X and 4 are extremely obnoxious, and none of it matters anyway because of the ending. This episode is just so bad. I know Post Split was never meant to be that good, but this is just insulting to me. Easily the worst episode of Post Split.
I'm burning!
I like that. I love watching him suffer.